Hello everybody, I'm Raphael Perry, and it's time for some more Planescape Torment. It's been a few days since I last recorded anything, I know, and I'm just gonna experience a minor sound cutout to check everything's recording, make sure I've still got it. So, we are still looking for Farod, and we're searching around here in Rank Pickers Square. A few things I should bring up before continuing. YouTube, nasty YouTube, have once again cracked down in their efforts to prevent us, the good people of the internet, from viewing YouTube as something approaching an actual functional website, forcing their terrible new design down our throats. Now, it took a while, but I did find a few more workarounds, but the lengths I'm having to go to have something approaching a viable interface are becoming more convoluted and frustrating. If it gets much worse, I might just have to stop using YouTube, honestly. I mean, this new terrible design with giant thumbnails taking up horrific portions of the screen, wasted screen space around the edges, the left-hand functioning menu butchered, most of the shortcuts missing, having to search for things, and also I've noticed that it occasionally sneakily tries to turn back on autoplay. And why would you have autoplay turned on? I mean, it's great if you're like watching a few music videos or cat videos or something and in the mood to sort of relax and just chill out and don't really care what you're watching. But, I mean, even the BBC iPlayer has done that last year. And it's very frustrating. I mean, the great thing about the iPlayer was, you know what program you want to go and listen to or watch. You go, you listen to the program, you listen to the radio program, and at the end of the program, you stop. If you want to listen to another program, you go find the next program you want to listen to, and that's fine. But to have it forced on you, and yeah, the iPlayer is getting really bad, as in now it just like skips straight ahead to the next thing, and YouTube, of course, with its habit of trying to force the first video in the recommended list upon you. And with the way the YouTube algorithm handles the recommended list at the moment, that's not very nice. It's kind of nasty and insidious, and I don't like it very much. So yeah, YouTube keeps trying to make itself look shit for me, and I don't like it. So I'm going to persevere, for now obviously, but it has affected my motivation over the last few days. However, something else that's affected my motivation over the last few days is I've finally made a start on painting my Skyrim miniatures for the Elder Scrolls Call to Arms. They're nearly all undercoated now. I batch undercoated a whole load yesterday, and the only one I haven't actually undercoated so far is the original Dragonborn Triumphant miniature they released as a promotional figure. I have fully painted, he says, in air quotes, yes, I have fully painted the translucent ethereal Dragonborn miniature, which means basically I painted the base. It looks quite nice though. I might do a little video on it soon. And since it is transparent resin, I of course made the mistake that many painters have made, which is thinking, it'd be really nice to just pick out a little bit of extra detail, so I'll give it a wash of blue ink. And the amount of times I've heard people talk about translucent miniature and say, you know what, I just want to just pick out a little more detail, so I'll give it a wash of ink. Big mistake. And I thought, you know what, just a light wash maybe. I went a bit heavy, and you know what, it's okay. It's a lot less translucent than it was before. And the details do stand out a tiny little bit more, but also not as much as I'd hoped. So yeah, not the wisest decision I've made, but at least I've learned from it. Okay. Let's get back to looking for Farod. I can't remember if I spoke to the gang leader in here or not.
Done.
And I'm also aware that for the next portion of the game, when I originally played it, I was playing as a thief, and I didn't actually do Meb's promotion quest for Magic User until I'd finished the whole section down there. And I'm quite happy to do it earlier this time. However, I want to have a look around here, right? See what I can find. Look for any doorways or portals. And what was that? Was it just him? Might have been him. Okay, let's see. Let's keep on going. Can I get in that? No, I can't. The fact that I can walk in this space makes me suspect... Hey, wait, can I just walk under here? Like right under? There's gotta be a reason I can come back here. Even if it is just to show me there's space beyond this walkway. Wait, there's a door. I thought I saw a doorway and he was standing by it. Let's go in. A small dwelling. Okay.
All right.
What could you... Okay, fine. Again. Nothing in here. All the empty containers. It's okay. If we were playing as a thief, I don't think the contents of these would have changed, but we would be sneaking around looking for things. Now, I'm pretty sure there was a portal around here somewhere. Did I already run into... Oh, hello, there's a door.
I'm gone.
Right, well, let's... Wait, I can walk up on here? Excellent, let's go straight to... Okay, fine, we'll walk around this way then. It's all good. I could run, but running seems like a waste of energy. As I get to sit here and look at the Ethereal Dragon Ball miniature on my mouse mat, next to the Gorn and the Clash the Chaos Warrior. Oh, Marrow Fiend, do I know you? You're named. You can smell the reek of dung and rotting meat on this man, even from afar. Though obviously weak and decrepit, his long, thin fingers and sunken eyes give him a sinister look as he scuttles through the garbage around him. The way he drools and rolls his eyes makes you wonder if he's mad. He probably is. Greetings. He tries to focus on you, but his gaze wanders. His eyes are set deeply into hollow sockets, and his skin is terribly pale and diseased, covered with rashes and yellow patches that look ready to peel from his body at any moment. The stench emanating from him is terrible. As you open your mouth to speak, he licks his lips and swallows. You dead? What did you say? You... He licks his lips again, and his long, spindly fingers pick at his skin as he stares at you. You dead? He glances to your left, then his eyes dart back to you. Dead? Dead? Hungry. He reaches out to touch you, licking his scabrous lips. Well, we're kind of pretty dead looking and zombified, so yeah, we'll let him. Because we don't want to arouse his suspicions. If his fingers scrabble spider-like on your arm as if looking for a piece to tear off, he licks his split lips again and you watch yellowish drool drip from them. With a raspy moan, his fingers suddenly dig into the skin on your arm and pull off a bit. Oh, steady on it, step back. You watch and feel your stomach churn as he takes a bit of flesh and shoves it into his mouth. He chews it slowly then swallows. You dead? No, I'm not dead. You taste dead. He scratches himself beneath his robe and you suddenly notice that he has a finger hanging from his neck on a cord. It looks like there is a ring on it. Still hungry. What do you usually eat? He makes a snuffling noise like a pig. Dead! What's that finger bone? He looks down, his plague-ridden features twisting into a ghastly, snaggle-toothed parody of a grin. Snack! He looks ready to chew on it. This feels really wrong. Let's stop him. You grab his hand and he starts flailing against you. As he does, he bites a large chunk out of your arm and you're forced to let him go. Not because of a pain, but because you might snap him in two should you continue to wrestle. He chews on the chunk of your flesh for a moment, then looks back at the finger bone. Don't eat that. Have a bite of me instead. I'm more fresh. He smiles and reaches for your outstretched hand. Give me the finger bone first, marrow fiend. He nods greedily and lets you take the finger bone. I'm going to honour my word and let him bite me, even though this is the third time. His teeth sink into the meat of your forearm and pull a chunk away with a single wrench of his neck. The pain is excruciating, but Marrowfiend sits on his haunches as if nothing had happened, chewing noisily at the mouthful of meat he pulled away. Thanks. Farewell. Oh! Now where's this finger? There's this finger. This is a decayed and nearly meatless finger bone from a humanoid of roughly your size. There is still some sort of odd ring on the finger. It is an intricate thing, sculpted with dozens of tiny ornate flanges and decorative protrusions. Oddly enough, it seems firmly rooted to the finger, and no amount of pulling or prying will budge the finger, almost as if the ring's jagged edges have dug into the lifeless finger itself and refused to release it. Oh, are we going to have to chop off one of our own fingers and stick this on? Like a lesser hand of Vecna? This is a well-decayed and nearly meatless finger bone from a humanoid of roughly your size. There is still some sort of odd ring on the finger. It is an intricate thing, sculpted with dozens of tiny ornate flanges and decorative protrusions. Pulling the ring off the finger if it's dug in might not work well, but pulling the bone out should make the finger less rigid, so it may be easier to remove the ring. Let's try again. You pull out the old finger bone to examine it once more. It is a decayed and nearly meatless finger bone from a humanoid of roughly your size. There is still some sort of odd ring on the finger. It is an intricate thing, sculpted with dozens of tiny ornate flanges and decorative protrusions. Well, let's try pulling the ring off the finger. Try as you might, you cannot remove the ring. It's almost as if the ring's sharp edges have dug into the finger itself and refused to release it. You have an odd feeling about it, however. Remove your own finger and replace it with the finger bone. I shouldn't have removed the finger from around the bone. Wait. Put the finger bone away. Oh, okay, so it wasn't... This is going to be dumb. You place the ring finger on your left hand into your mouth. Close your eyes, take a deep breath, and bite down as hard as you can. Should have got more to do it. There is a sickening crunch, and you are overcome with the taste and smell of blood. I mean, the coordination of being able to see what we're doing and would have been so much better. But I could have been alone at this point, you know, without any allies. There is a sickening crunch, and you're overcome with the taste and smell of blood. You spit the bloody finger out and place the rotted ring finger bone against the gushing stump. At first, nothing happens, and you are horrified at the thought of what you have just done. Suddenly, though, you feel a strange tingling sensation as bones fuse and tendons reknit. In moments, the rotting finger bone has become a living part of your body, though it still throbs painfully. The jagged ring suddenly loosens and slips off into the palm of your hand. I imagine as we heal up over time, and if we die and return to life, the finger may begin to return to normal and no longer be the alien finger. Right. Mempar's biting ring. Mempar was a mage obsessed with the possibility of having her magic items lost or burgled while she was asleep or otherwise incapacitated. While the vast majority of her carried possessions were inseparable from her corpse and thus buried with her, some of her weaker items, early experiments perhaps, were left behind and remain in the world of the living. Mempar's biting ring, whose powerful aura protects its bearer from bodily harm, is one such item. However, once placed upon one's finger, the ring bites down and holds on so tenaciously that it is nigh impossible to remove it from the bitten digit. So it's a cursed item. Cursed in that it's hard to remove. We may or may not want to use that. I'll have to give it some thought. We already have a pretty good armor class. An armor class of 2 is quite a high armor class, in that it's a very low number, because you need to remember that the armor class system is inverted in 1st and 2nd edition. I wanted in 2nd edition to experiment with inverting the armor class to make it a positive increasing number, and that's exactly what happened in 3rd edition and Pathfinder and 4th edition and possibly 5th edition, for all I can tell. 2 is pretty good. It is equal to our other party members. We do indeed, given the amount of hit points and armor class we have a very durable party. That is likely to change as dak'kon, with his multi-classing, half fighter hit points, half magic user hit points, is going to start lagging behind. We, essentially being dual-classed, triple dual-classed, but dual-classed in 1st and 2nd edition terms, will now begin to gain hit points at a much slower rate, whereas Mort's going to continue getting a fair old whack. Let's try this door. There's a portal within the doorway, a literal portal in a portal. And we are inside a building, and there is no way out. Yeah, this looks familiar.
Done.
And there's an empty box here with some junk in it. We already have some of that, don't we? Yes, we do. Oh, hello. A group of people came in after us. Maybe they think we're after their junk. There was junk in the trunk, and this is an awkwardly long pause. Vlask is his name. It's like a flask, but with a V instead of an F. Unlike other collectors you've seen, the robes on this one seem to be of fine quality. Ah, another deader has come to visit us. Please excuse the mess. My colleagues haven't had the time to tidy up. There's no way out. Or perhaps, to quote the Nameless, there's no way out. Why, sure there is. The door right over there. But you need one of these to activate the portal. He holds up what appears to be a small glass bead. Come. Let us talk price. I'm listening. Simple. You pay my comrades and me 100 coppers. I'll give you the key to the portal. I don't know, that seems a bit extortionate. It seems almost like you had this set up since before I came in. There's 3 of us and 3 of you. And we're pretty hardcore, so what if I don't want to pay? Then my friends and I will just have to sell your bodies to the dustman. Either way, we get paid. Well, if you put it that way, maybe I'll live. We'll see. We'll see who dies this day. Right.
What's up?
Mort. Insult him.
Endure.
Yeah?
Keep it up, boy.
A perfectly good waste of arms and legs.
Yeah, too damn right. You tell him.
Get
Damn.
out of the phone, you witless ape.
Now, what kind of spell effect was that? Was that
Huh?
Hey, you're supposed to be insulting him. Get his attention, will you?
Slap.
Yeah. You're not even fighting. Come on, John. There we go.
Done.
Right. We have a bronze ring, a green steel knife. A common's jagged knife and a charm of infinite recall, which it's the identifying one, isn't it? Yes. Let's give you these. Pick that up. Back to you. And take a look at this. So, Scroll of Adder's Kiss, that's a useful spell. Vlask's Portal Key. And then a bronze ring and a high quality stiletto. Right. How high quality is that stiletto? That's dagger damage. The speed. Dagger should be speed too. So it's not like a +1 to hit, it's just +1 speed. Got it. Well, -1 speed. And we need to sell off some of these. Adder's Kiss. Level 2 wizard, range 150 feet, duration 5 seconds per 3 levels. 5 seconds? Let me think. So 6-second combat segments. In first edition, a combat round is a minute, a segment is 6 seconds. In second edition, a round is 1 minute. And in first edition, the idea is that you fight for 1 segment of that round. So 6 seconds. For every 6 seconds you fight, you spend 54 seconds resting afterwards before you carry on with the adventure. And in second edition, that was abandoned completely, and it went to 1 minute combat rounds, at which people went, I'm going to spend a minute trying to hit you once. Yeah. It is said an Adder's Kiss can scald even the most fearsome of fiends. This spell calls forth an acidic bolt to shower an opponent with its vile green acid. If the caster is skilled enough, the Adder's Kiss lingers after the initial strike. Read if they fail their saving throw. Continuing to sink into the opponent's skin with its acidic teeth. When cast, the caster chooses any target within 150 feet and the Adder's Kiss will strike for 2 to 8 points of acid damage. For every... Oh, it's Melf's acid arrow! For every 3 levels of the caster, the acid lasts 5 seconds longer, inflicting another 2 to 8 points of acid damage per 5 seconds. Yeah, it's Melf's acid arrow. Got it. Yeah, we'll learn that. You have succeeded in learning the spell. Now, one thing I like about this game as opposed to the other Infinity Engine games is I believe it allows us to learn higher level spells than we are capable of casting, which is really nice. The other Infinity Engine games wouldn't let me learn a level 3 spell until I hit level 5 essentially. Speaking of level 5, we should try and do that. Hey, let's do we get, like, come on everyone. Let's just walk towards the exit. That portal key doesn't seem to be working. It also doesn't seem to be in my inventory. Yes, there it is. Simply crush to activate. Oh, it's a single-use one. You see a small, fragile glass bead. Peering inside the bead, you can see colourful mists swirling about. We shall crush the bead. The apparently. And then we go outside and we might as well do something sensible. Can we, like... Yeah. Let's destroy this portal so no one else can use it.
All
Now
right.
we open it, it's just knackered by fallen rubble. Alright, so... I'm seeing damage on dak'kon, which means we want to be a little careful here. The nameless one is damaged as well, of course, but also regenerating. Now, if I recall correctly, we want to be heading up these paths. These wooden walkways. Also, there's plenty of buildings here for us to investigate, and I can't remember if we've actually checked them out yet. So we should absolutely do that. We probably have checked the entire...
I'm gone.
Who the hell are you? What? Who? Yeah, that's exactly what I was going to ask. Hello there. I really don't have time to talk with you. You see, I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to complete my spell without the key component. Oh, maybe I can help you find it. I am a magic user. I'm interested in spell components. Jarim pauses for a second. I guess it couldn't hurt. I am in need of a ruby to complete my spell. It must be of exceptional quality, not like the junk they sell at the marketplace. If you should find one, bring it back to me, and I'll make it worth your while. I'll remember that. Farewell.
Updated my journal.
Ooh. Is this new? Because I know they added a few things in this remastered edition. And I'm thinking maybe... Oi. Let me have a look in your drawers, old man. No, I'm not going to take your stuff off! Yeah, alright, look. Big mistake. Oh, did it not autosave when I came in here? Oh, no, okay. So, yeah, a simple misunderstanding. Let's just talk to him again about finding a ruby.
Updated my journal.
Let's just go outside and not be so nosy. Yeah, this... I'm thinking, actually,
I'm gone.
these interior areas here on these buildings might have been added, because I don't remember being able to get into these in the old game. Hey! Cranium rats, or brain rats, right.
In enduring, grow strong.
Brain of anger, you'll do. And you with spells as well. Ice knife.
What's up?
Mort, would you like try insulting one of these? Just in case. Oh wow, you can insult.
I hear your words.
I hear your words.
Blathering idiot!
I will
Alright.
hear you.
Listen. Kill it! Kill it with violence!
Yeah. Oh, you alley-bred dog!
I'm gone.
Should be able to turn these in for a little bounty. Not that it matters too much, but a little, you know. And we're helping with the brain rat problem the city has. Is there anything else I'm missing here? I don't know. What I should do is head back outside. And that third building along the bottom
All right.
looked like it had an entrance around here, didn't it? Did it not?
This is probably the worst place we can be at Sigil at the worst time.
Alright, more point taken. I mean, there's got to be a way in here somewhere, right? Or not? get up, like, beyond this point here? You know, up here further. Nope, okay. And given the narrowness of the platforms, let's get the old Baldur's Gate formation going there. You know, the one that works. Yeah. Don't mind us, Collector, we're just walking up a ramp. A wooden ramp that was erected possibly by your own people some time ago. Also, part of me wants to know, how do I get up to the bits over there? Because I have seen collectors walking on platforms up to the northeast. Up on here. And there's got to be a way up there, and I think that way used to be down here, and I can't remember how to get there. Maybe there's another portal over here somewhere, but for now I should head down this way with my junk. This archway leads only inches into the small building before becoming blocked by a solid wall of refuse. The rubbish is packed so tightly it may as well be stones and mortar. As you come closer, however, the archway's outline begins to shimmer. You notice the handful of junk you've been carrying about begins to shimmer as well. I do remember something about an NPC telling me about junk, and also the fact that carrying the junk around activates this portal is one of the most memorable things about this early portion of the game. You know, it really sticks in my mind. So I'm going to, like, shove the junk into the archway. The wall of refuse flickers, wavers, and seems to fold in on itself, revealing an open space beyond it. A passage or portal seems to have formed within the frame of the archway. Now, the fact that we do not yet have access to this area, and we've seen dustmen walking around on it, and that it's showing it's a walkable area, tells me that there's got to be a way that I can get up there. I mean, it could just be that it's walkable just so the dustmen can walk on it and they can't get up there, but I'm pretty sure there is a way. Memory tells me there was a way to get up there. And I can't for the life of me remember how. And this is the doorway to Farron's domain. I don't believe I can walk under this section. See, it's blocked off, as is this one. Because you have to come through the portal to get here. So let's, before we head inside, how much stuff can we carry? We can carry a bit. We should hotkey some more items. I could do this and then not use it. This seems like an idea worth trying. And give him the Charm of Infinite Recall, then he can hotkey it as well, and that just, it frees up inventory space. So I could also have dak'kon learn this scroll. However, it feels wrong to fill his spell with spells that are not part of the Way of Zerfamon. We got an empty spell slot here because he leveled it. Of course, right. Rain of Anger is basically a variant on Magic Missile. It does more damage. We also have Submerge the Will, which is protection from evil against all alignments, which is amazing. We have the Scripture of Steel, which is a bless, and Vilquar's Eye, which is a curse. Okay, got it. And so if we go with the Scripture of Steel, oh, it moved it along, so it's actually keeping them in order. That's interesting. Is it because it's RS S. No, it is alphabetical order. Okay, good. And we're all good for spells. Okay, we can pick up a few items before needing to come back. A ragged, middle-aged collector approaches as you enter the area. He quickly looks you over, then sneers. Don't know you. Well, I don't believe I've made your acquaintance either, my good man. The collector continues to glare at you. I'm looking for a man called Farrod. What you're looking for is no concern of mine, Burke. He spits. What is concerning me is that you're still breathing in my presence. If you don't let me pass, Collector, one of us is going to the mortuary and it won't be me. The Collector responds to your threat by pulling out a knife from one of his pockets. I'll be disagreeing with you, Burke. It's you who'll soon be jinking my pockets. Bring it on, bitch face. You're gonna die. Got it?
Huh?
Mort! Assistance, please!
Slattern.
Yep, that's done it. That's got his mates in violent mode.
Balance in all things.
Right. Description of situation available at once submerged from will. Sure. On yourself, because you've taken a bit of damage recently. Awesome. And then power of one. Because this is going to be a serious fight. Right.
What?
More about that whole serious fight thing. Could you like antagonize some?
Okay.
Do your thing, Mort.
You know,
Do
if I
your
gotta
thing.
slam my eyeballs against you one more second, I'm gonna puke.
All right.
Endure. In enduring, grow strong.
He says endure instead of endure. Endure. In enduring, grow strong. That's right, Mort. Call him a yobbo. Make him angry.
I hear your words.
Flippin' it. Can we just take him down? Awesome. Right.
What's the word, Chief? You leatherhead.
I mean, leatherhead's a kind of insult, I suppose.
Prime scum.
Just keep them all angry, Mort. Every single last one of them.
I will hear you.
What's up? You got a face only a sledgehammer could love. And has.
You know, there's also a variant on that line, I'm pretty sure, which I haven't heard much this playthrough. In addition to the sledgehammer one, there's also one where he says, "You got a face only a mother could love, and has." Pretty sure I've heard that one in the past.
Balance in all things.
Have him, knife him up
Your
with.
sheer ugliness stabs pain into my eyes.
And the main thing,
Your
of course,
reasons for your incessant clicking are not known to me.
Oh, that's good. I don't think I've heard that one before.
I'm gone.
That's right up there with the "Stop touching me" from the original Baldur's Gate with the chaotic evil guy. Clock charm. Oh, that's a big one. That's like a yeah. Okay, it's not that big, right? And actually,
The flesh knows that it suffers, even when the mind does not. Your will be done.
Right, I think Mort's going to be picking up most of this.
Sure, why not?
And he's like, yeah, I killed him good. I get all the stuff, right? So, I think we're down to 3 spaces to carry things in. That's not ideal. We'd better leave and find someone to sell stuff to. And rest. So, the important thing here was making sure none of them got to run away and warn anyone else.
All right.
Because while anyone else in this area will find out this lot of snuffed it, having them not chasing us down as we try to leave is a good thing.
I'm gone.
We can rest at old Meva's place again. This is the portal that links Ragpicker's Square to the gateway to the Trash Warrens. It's already begun to shimmer due to the proximity of the junk you've got with you. Well, let's head on in there and head on through. Yeah, I'm not going to read that portal every time. We're likely to use it quite a bit until we can find a way to lighten our load. So yeah, sorry about not recording anything for the last few days. My body has just been awkward. My sleep patterns have just been really messed up. It's the weather, possibly the medication I'm on. It's not ideal. And even Mort's actually taken a bit of damage, which is impressive. He's normally pretty tough. I don't think we have any magic items to identify. So, whoomp. I don't need the armor spell because I've got good things that help with that. Fists of Iron is like a fighting spell, isn't it? Oh yeah, it's like a mini Tensor's transformation. I don't want to just load up on chromatic orbs, so sure. And if we get rid of Ice Knife and go Adam's Kiss instead, just to be different, right? And then for you, these are good. Mebeth turns as you enter and gives you a skeptical eye. Your path brings you back again here, does it, child? Yes, it does indeed. Could I rest here, please? She nods. Of course, child. I have a mess of blankets in the corner that would serve. Oh, that'll be fine, thank you. And then I'd like to purchase some cures and charms. Lots and lots and lots of spells. Sorry. Lots of spells that we would like to learn. We already know Chromatic Orb. I should have done this before resting. Magic Missile we don't know, and it's a nice spell. We could also pick up Pacify. And that would fill our pack. However, we can sell this gold earring, the Rule of 3 earring. Wow, we could sell Memper's Biting Ring for 800. That's a lot. Total Bone and Ash. I don't think we should sell that. So let's sell. And then Friends is a nice spell that boosts our charisma. That might be useful for conversations. Blindness is a level 2 spell. I'm just going to go down the list and buy as much as I can, really, because there's plenty of them. Blindness is a level 2 spell. I'll have that, said Burglar Bill. And we'll even learn them too. Right, Magic missile, loves for mobs you hate. And yes, that was a Mr. Muscle reference. For those of you who don't know, over here in Britain we have a kitchen cleaning product called Mr. Muscle, and the tagline for the adverts for decades now has been Mr. Muscle, loves for jobs you hate. Yeah, I know. And Americans call monsters mobs for some reason, even though that there's no B in the word monster. It's daft. But we are learning lots of spells. And learning that we are not as wealthy as we might once have been. But we have spells to learn. So, Blood Bridge. Should be a fun spell. I think that's also one of the custom ones. Swarm Curse. That's like insect swarm. Scroll of Horror. Yeah, I remember Horror, it's a scary spell. And Scroll of Luck. And we can get to Knock as well, that'd be great. Knock and Blur we want to get. Hey Mort, could you like sell some of these rings? I should probably hold on to at least one of each though. Just to be on the safe side. I'll sell that copper earring as well, I think. Yeah, dak'kon is carrying one. There we go. So now, Scroll of Knock, Blur, anything here that's really useful. Apart from stuff we've been selling her, obviously. Divine Sensor. Ooh, hello. Scroll of Remove Curse. We didn't sell that, did we? Don't believe we did. We'll have that. Now that was a hefty. I'd like to pick up that Divine Sensor, to be honest. So 2400. Invokes Raise Dead. When lit, this sensor has the power to entice the soul back to the recently departed. Unfortunately, there is only a limited amount of incense left in it. Single use, quite probably. But okay. We get plenty of new spells to learn. We get Horror, which terrifies people, makes them run away scared. Luck, which is 2 to 8 points to a target's luck for 5 seconds. This bonus increases the chance of success and various effects such as attacking, physical. Oh, okay. So what? D20 rolls? Blood Bridge is a weird one. A bizarre compact of the healer's heart and the merchant's mind, this necromantic spell transforms your very body into a marketplace that barters life and death. Your life essence can be given to others at a cost to yourself. When cast, the mage may select any living, non-undead target within touch range and drain life from himself, 2 hit points plus 1 point per level of the caster, and give it to the target. And given that the nameless one is regenerating, having him know this spell means he can heal someone up, then heal himself up to me. Wait. We know it already? Oh, interesting. Okay. Well, we'll pop that in there then, and he can have that hotkeyed instead of the Charm of Infinite Recall. Scroll Blur. Remove Curse. Knock. Yeah, Knock's good. It opens locked things. Isn't it amazing how being polite works really well for wizards? Right, we seem to know more second level spells, and first we should look to remedy that. It's not natural, and Mort doesn't have any spells at all because he's a bashy skullful. Awesome. Let's go down to Marketplace and sell some spare weapons. And that'll probably be it for this episode. No, I'll come back and get back in the tunnels beneath Ragpicker Square. However, ooh, yeah, there should be a... I think, can I just like walk along here? Is that it? No. Yeah, you're still hungry, mate. You're also a monster. Okay, so we can go up this way. Get up here. No. Okay. Odd. There will be a way.
I'm gone.
Even if I cannot access it. There'll be a way the game puts those people there. Have I been in here? And I think I must have done.
Hey, Cutter!
Right?
Come here! Come on in and sleep it off! Have a good one!
Come on, Cutter, what are you afraid of? I know to make you feel like a man.
Alright, you lot.
Huh?
Mort, if you do the honours.
Pipe that.
Oi, get back out here.
Prime scum. Sure, why not?
Let's not mess with the area of transition.
Done.
Here you go, Cutter. She's all yours.
How are we doing for experience? So, Mort's probably going to level next. He's like 450 away, which would be 225 for each of dak'kon's classes, and yeah, a lot more for the nameless one. That reminds me, I should try and get hold of the nameless one miniatures from.
Alright.
I don't trust the Gith. I say we leave him behind.
No, don't do that. He's a nice boy. From Nolzur's marvelous. Not Nolzur's marvelous pigments, which is paints, but the unpainted miniature from Wizards of the Coast. I'm not sure where I can actually get hold of them in this country. Yeah, there's only like 1 or 2 websites, I think. So it's going to be tricky. I'll have to look into it. Get them painted up in the correct colours. That'd be nice. Yeah. Wrong merchant there, obviously. Yeah, so I've come to buy your things, by which I mean sell you all these crappy things that I have no intention of using, obviously. Battle Axe Rusty Dagger, another Rusty Dagger, we'll sell that as well. Keep the crowbar, it might come in useful. Keep the silver earring, because there might be a silver earring portal, but I doubt it. It's 2 jagged knives. I mean, this will become a lot less of an issue once we have a 4th party member. But for now, we just have to micromanage our inventory a bit.
Oh, come on, mate. Tell me.
So, as I head back, I hope you've all been having a nice weekend so far, and are looking forwards to the rest of it.
Done.
I do intend to be getting back to the various other games on this channel. You know, I'm not... They are certainly not forgotten. They're hanging on my conscience like a millstone around my neck. Don't worry, it's not that bad. There's not a lot that I've played on this channel that I'm like, oh god, I've got to go back to that.
Alright.
I mean, there's things I'd like to go back to and put off, but not a lot of things that I actively avoid at the moment. Might even go back play some Urtuk at some point. Alright, now we're gonna run. There we go. Flickering incessantly like the 2-dimensional sprites that they are. Double jump in the hole. that's not some kind of sexual innuendo at all. I wouldn't want junk in my hole. I want some quality. I wouldn't want anything in my hole.
Done.
So now we're back in here, and there may be traps. There may also be enemies, and there's like shelves over there. There's a passageway here that I should... There's not a passageway here, okay. But I should explore, even so. But that, I think, will be something for the next episode. I hope you've all enjoyed this one, and I do look forward to seeing you all in the next one. I'm going to say bye-bye for now, and cheerio!